Imagine this, it's a calm Sunday evening, and out of nowhere, former President Trump drops a bombshell on social media. He essentially says, "Nice Supreme Court you got there. It would be a shame if something bad happened to it because you were disloyal to me." Can you believe that? It sounds like something out of a mobster movie, but this is the former President of the United States we're talking about. The Supreme Court has just smacked down Trump's outrageous claim that he could have absolute immunity, even for ordering military attacks on political opponents. This ruling comes amidst a case where Trump faces 4 felony charges, including conspiracy to defraud the United States for his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Trump has pleaded not guilty and denies all wrongdoing. This is a watershed moment, not just for Trump's legal battles but for the integrity of the American judicial system. When Trump issued his veiled threat, it wasn't just a casual comment, it was a direct challenge to the very foundation of our judicial system. The Supreme Court is supposed to be free from political influence, making decisions based solely on the law. Trump's message was a blatant attempt to undermine that independence, suggesting that the court should be loyal to him or face repercussions. This is more than just a bold assertion of presidential power, it's a chilling display of how far Trump is willing to go to protect himself, even if it means tearing down the pillars of democracy. The public and political reactions were swift and fierce. Social media lit up with criticism. Legal experts and constitutional scholars condemned Trump's message as an attack on the rule of law, emphasizing that no one, not even a president, is above the law. Politicians from both sides of the aisle weighed in. Democrats blasted Trump for his brazen disregard for judicial independence, while some Republicans, though fewer in number, tried to downplay the severity of his message. Historically, presidential immunity was established to ensure that presidents could make critical decisions without getting bogged down by lawsuits. The idea is that the president needs to be able to act decisively and swiftly, especially in matters of national security and governance, without the distraction of constant legal battles. However, Trump's legal team argued that he should have absolute immunity for any actions taken while in office. This would effectively put him above the law, allowing him to order even the most extreme actions without facing any legal repercussions. The Supreme Court firmly rejected this argument, reinforcing that no president is above the law. To understand just how off the rails this argument is, let's compare it with historical cases. Take the Supreme Court ruling in Nixon v. Fitzgerald, 1982. The court ruled that a president is entitled to absolute immunity from damages liability for acts within the outer perimeter of official responsibility. This means actions directly related to their official duties are protected. However, the court was clear that this does not extend to actions outside that scope and certainly doesn't cover criminal behavior. Another key case is Clinton v. Jones, 1997, where the Supreme Court held that a sitting president is not immune from civil litigation for acts done before taking office or unrelated to the office. This ruling reinforced the idea that presidential immunity is not a blanket protection against all legal action. It's meant to shield a president from distractions that could impede their ability to govern, not to give them a get-out-of-jail-free card. Trump's legal team tried to stretch these precedents to absurd lengths, arguing that he should be immune from prosecution for any action he deems necessary, even if it includes ordering military actions against political rivals. This isn't just bending the rules, it's attempting to rewrite them entirely. It flies in the face of the principles that our legal system is built on, namely that no one is above the law. The Supreme Court came down hard, making it clear that Trump's notion of absolute immunity was not just wrong but dangerously so. The justices ruled that no president, not even Trump, is above the law. Their decision reinforced the idea that while the president does have certain protections, those do not extend to actions that are criminal or far outside the scope of their official duties. They were particularly firm on the point that a president cannot use their office to shield themselves from accountability for actions that go against the very principles of democracy. One of the key arguments from the justices was the importance of maintaining the balance of power. They emphasized that the United States was founded on the rejection of monarchs and dictators, stressing that the president must be subject to the same laws as everyone else. This is crucial because it keeps the executive branch in check, ensuring that no president can misuse their power without facing consequences. Justice Sotomayor, for instance, was particularly vocal in her opinion, questioning Trump's lawyer on the extreme implications of their argument. She pointed out that allowing such immunity would mean a president could commit heinous acts, like ordering the assassination of political opponents, without any legal repercussions. The court's opinion made it clear that such a stance is incompatible with American values and the rule of law. The impact of this ruling is significant and far-reaching. For one, it sets a clear precedent that future presidents cannot claim absolute immunity for their actions. This ruling reinforces the idea that the presidency is not a free pass to act with impunity. It sends a strong message that there are limits to presidential power and that those who occupy the office are not above accountability. This is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the executive branch and ensuring that it operates within the framework of the Constitution. This ruling didn't just echo through the legal community, it sent ripples across the political landscape and captured the public's attention in a big way. Legal experts and constitutional scholars hailed the ruling as a significant reaffirmation of the rule of law. Many pointed out that the decision was a necessary check on presidential power, underscoring that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Scholars highlighted how the ruling reinforced the foundational principles of the Constitution, which explicitly designed a system of checks and balances to prevent any branch of government, especially the executive, from becoming too powerful. Some legal analysts even called it a landmark decision, one that would serve as a crucial precedent for future cases involving presidential conduct and accountability. On the political front, reactions were predictably polarized. Democratic leaders were quick to praise the Supreme Court for upholding the rule of law. They emphasized that the decision was a win for democracy and a clear signal that attempts to undermine judicial independence would not be tolerated. Nancy Pelosi, for instance, issued a statement lauding the court's decision as a victory for justice and the principles upon which our nation was founded. She and other Democrats stressed that this ruling was essential for maintaining the integrity of the presidency and ensuring that it remains a position of service, not unchecked power. Republicans, on the other hand, had mixed reactions. Some, particularly those still loyal to Trump, tried to downplay the severity of his message, arguing that the former president was merely expressing frustration. However, a few Republicans acknowledged the gravity of the situation, emphasizing the importance of upholding the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. This split among Republicans highlights the ongoing tension within the party regarding Trump's influence and the future direction of their political strategy. The uproar isn't just about the message itself but about what it represents, a fundamental challenge to the checks and balances that keep our government in check. By suggesting that the Supreme Court should act out of loyalty to him rather than the law, Trump is showing a dangerous disregard for the principles that hold our democracy together. The justices collectively underscored that the president must operate within the bounds of the law, just like any other citizen. This decision is not just about the immediacy of Trump's trial, it speaks to the future of presidential power and accountability. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.